Good morning, my dear student. Today in our class, we are going to revise the chapter number 9, Data Handling. Very soon, you are going to get the test of this chapter, subjective and objective. So, to score the better marks in the test, let us revise the chapter. Data is a collection of numbers gathered to give some information. Data obtained in the original form is called the raw data. To get particular information from the given data quickly, the data has to be organized first. The organization of data can be done in various ways. One way to organize the data is by using the tally marks. Tally marks are a way of expressing numbers in group of 5, and the numbers we can represent as follows. Here the number 1 we can represent by using one vertical line, the number 2 as by using two vertical line, and 3 by using three vertical line. The number 4 can be represented as by using four vertical line, and for the number 5, first of all we will draw four vertical line and then we will draw a diagonal across the vertical lines. For the number 6, we will draw 5 first and then one vertical line. For the number 7, we will draw 5 and two vertical lines. The data can be arranged in a tabular form using the tally marks. And representation of data with the help of tally marks is called frequency distribution table. Another way of organizing data is through the use of pictograph. A pictograph represents data through pictures of objects. For example, the following table shows the number of apples sold by a vendor during a week. At a glance, we can tell maximum number of apples were sold on Monday, that is 50 apples. On Wednesday, no apples were sold as there is no picture. In pictograph, if one symbol represents 5 students, then 6 symbol will represent what? Here one symbol represents 5 students, so 6 symbol will be equal to 6 multiplied by 5, which is equals to 30. Next is, if 6 symbol represent 300 students, then what 2 symbol will represent? Here 6 symbol represent 300 students, so one symbol will be equal to 300 divided by 6, which is equals to 50. So here one symbol represent 50 students. So the 2 symbol will represent 50 multiplied by 2, which is equals to 100. Bar graph is the simplest way to represent a data. Bar graph is also called as a column graph. It consists of rectangular bars of equal width. The space between the two consecutive bars must be the same. Bars can be marked both vertically and horizontally, but normally we use vertical bars. The height of bar represents the frequency of the corresponding observation. Now let us see what are the steps involved in construction of a bar graph. First, on a graph, draw two lines perpendicular to each other intersecting at O. The horizontal line is x-axis and the vertical line is y-axis. Along the horizontal axis, choose the uniform width of bars and uniform gap between the bars, and write the names of the data item whose values are to be marked. And along the vertical axis, choose a suitable scale in order to determine the height of the bars for the given values. Let us understand how to draw a bar graph with the given information by example. Is the number of mathematics books sold by a shopkeeper on 6 consecutive days is shown below. Draw a bar graph to represent the above information choosing the scale of your choice. From the given information, we have the following bar graph. And here we had chosen the unit, which is 1 unit length equals to 10 books. In bar graph, the number of books sold on Sunday are 65. Number of books sold on Monday are 40. The number of books sold on Tuesday are 30. The number of books sold on Wednesday are 50. The number of books sold on Thursday are 20. and the number of books sold on Friday are 70. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you understood the concept. Try to do the written practice of this chapter in your rough notebook. See you soon in the next video. Till that time, take care.